Bitcoin's on the rise. Altcoins will soon fly. I'm hustling day and night, counting every dime. Leave these trenches behind. Tell my boss I quit, 'cause I am fucking rich. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Had to be silly for a second there. I put new strings on the guitar. Sounded really good. But yeah, Bitcoin is above $97,000 again. You know? This is very bullish. I was getting worried because tomorrow's the FOMC meeting. The federal interest rate decision is tomorrow at 2 p.m. And I figured people were pricing in no rate cut. They're just like selling off. But we got some bullish news about China and some other things. Let me just pull up the CME FedWatch tool real quick. If you look here, tomorrow is a 3.1% chance of no change, which is giga bearish, you know, giga bearish. But it's looking like we're going to get rate cuts sooner or later anyways. If you look at, I've always pulled these up. If you look at June, now actually the probability is lower. But the people are saying for sure by July, but I think we're going to get them in June. Just my personal opinion. Now, let me pull some bullish things, some bullish stuff. Corporate treasuries could inject $330 billion into Bitcoin. Corporate treasuries reports to unleash a 330 billion Bitcoin buying spree by 2029, signaling explosive adoption of crypto as a mainstream balance sheet asset. It's got me feeling bullish over here. Okay, so, sorry guys, I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of low energy right now. Headache. But yeah, Bitcoin bulls rush into long positions ahead of May 7 Fed FOMC interest rate decision. Bitcoin price catches a bid as bulls defend the 94,000 level as support and pile into margin long positions ahead of this week's Federal Reserve interest rate decision. Data shows Bitcoin bulls opening margin long positions from 94,400. $180 million increase in Bitcoin futures open interest and a 15% increase in trading volume show sustained buying interest. BTC momentum tends to slow before FOMC meetings and then turns volatile afterward. The same can happen following this week's Federal Reserve statements. Let's go. Let's go. Bitcoin's on the rise. Altcoins soon will fly. We're hustling day and night. Getting rich as fuck. But yeah, guys, what's really going to matter, we all know they're not going to get rate cuts, right? I mean, it's a 3% chance. I mean, it's a small chance they could, but what's really going to be moving markets is what Jay Powell says. What he says at this meeting, you know, at the conference post-decision, which will be at 2:30. Now, some more bullish things, guys. I know there's a couple other things I want to talk about, but this is the whale accumulation. Bitcoin whale accumulation surges. 81,338 BTC added in May. Signals bullish trend for $100,000 BTC target. I talked about this in multiple videos. The whales are accumulating. And now, not only whales, you got states. New Hampshire authorizes first Bitcoin strategic reserve in the U.S. This is the first state to actually go all the way through with the governor signing it, New Hampshire. And they're talking about allocating 5% of their, I guess, their dry powder into any basically cryptocurrency that's over $500 billion market cap, which right now is only Bitcoin, but soon could be Ethereum. It needs to about double in price. Now, here's what I was telling you guys about. So 3 hours ago, this is about when Bitcoin started moving. Just in, China confirms plan to begin trade negotiations with the United States. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I want to hear. So we could have some announcements coming out this week or this month, And I think people that are selling right now might be a little, at least might be FOMOing back in once we start moving back up in the higher price. It's kind of good when you don't know when this uncertainty. Sometimes you don't have to do anything, guys. Sometimes you don't have to buy, you don't have to sell. You just sit there and wait it out. Accumulate if you want to, but sometimes you don't have to take action at all. You just sometimes can just be patient in the space. You don't always have to buy the dip. You don't always have to sell and panic sell. This is not a time to be selling. Not at all. But I just wanted to make a quick update. Bitcoin is back above 97. Let's look at this. The fear and greed is at 53. Borderline in greedy territory. 97.5 is a level that we've been having trouble with. 98. Well, we haven't seen actually broke through to 98. It hit 97. 97.9 I think earlier. Let me go to the weekly actually. Did we break above 98? I don't think we have. No. We haven't been above 98 in a while. So, was it not? No. We haven't been above 98. I feel like once we break 98, 100,000 is not out the cards. Who knows what's going to bring? There's definitely going to be some volatility tomorrow going into the meeting. Probably tonight as Asia is trading. They're basically going to be front running us going into this meeting. And the probability is very small. Like I just showed you, 7th of May meeting. I mean, it's 3%, 1.7% chance now. Wow. Wow. They just pooped on us even more. Now it's a 1% chance. All right, so yeah, they're not going to cut rates, But what you guys need to be paying attention to is what he is saying at the conference. It's going to be at 2:30. What he's saying at this conference is going to be very important. Basically, it's going to tell investors what the Fed's going to do the following meetings. If they're going to cut, if they have intentions to cut, if they're going to say keywords like uncertainty and things like that, the market's not going to like it. But basically, it's really hard to call. I mean, we could pump and dump, and we could dump and pump. You never know. Who knows what's going to happen? We could dump and we could pump. But I do know one thing. I'm ready to slaughter these bears. Off with their fucking heads. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. I think this is going to actually turn out to be maybe a bullish event tomorrow. Because we got the dump to 93. And altcoins aren't doing that well. They're kind of bleeding out. They're kind of leaking out a little bit. We need Ethereum to start breaking out with Bitcoin, and then we will see these altcoins start doing much better. Right now, Bitcoin's stealing the show. All eyes on Bitcoin. Until we get some kind of certainty around these interest rate decisions, you're not going to really see much altcoins go off, in my personal opinion. Might just have to be a little bit more patient with these altcoins. When Bitcoin rips and then it cools down, and E starts breaking out, then that's when really altcoins are really going to be taken off. Just my personal opinion. But guys, I'm glad you're here with me on my investment journey. Thank you for being here, watching my stuff and subscribing and liking and commenting. I really appreciate you guys. And that's all I got for you right now. So be looking out for some more videos later this week. I'm going to be dropping some altcoin stuff, and yeah. But yeah, I have a major headache, so I'm going to get off here. Hold down, Bill Fort.